you're in the huddle and you have to read the lips of the quarterback because you can't hear anything when it gets so loud in there. Man, you know what? It gives me so much pleasure. I just feel so good to say that the Green Bay is going to get their tails kicked. I mean, when that just comes out, it just gives me this burst of like just happiness and just joy just to see that Green Bay is struggling so much, and they're going to continue to struggle this week because, like you said, Diego, they're going up against a juggernaut, and that juggernaut is going to knock their head off this week.
Oh yeah, they traded Robbie Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
They got an interim head coach.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady was coming in, the best player of all time, and they smashed them by 18 points with their fourth-string quarterback. So I have that team winning this game in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Now he might go. He might revert back. He may revert back after this, but he's gonna cook one last time. He's gonna earn all $250 million in this game. So this is where he gets it right here. That's where he gonna get it.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
Coming back tonight. We're coming back tonight. We're going to tie it up 2-2, go back to Golden State, then 3-2, and then we're going to control the series.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derrick Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're the Pick'em Pros.
Are the Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house with another NFL edition of Who You Got, where we are picking all of the Week 8 NFL games. Man, so happy to be back. Week 7 was amazing. I got another game on you. I'm 2 games up. Life is good. Everything is just fantastic, man. How you doing, son?
Man, yeah, you got lucky, got one on me. The Seahawks one. Seahawks messed me up once again. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yep, man. Seahawks eventually. I have a feeling you might finally start copying more of my picks and get on the Seahawks bandwagon. You're a little late. That's cost you a few games, but there's still time for you to get on the train, man.
Yeah, it took you a long time to get there to the point, and there's still 10 weeks left.
I've been saying, for those of you that have been watching us from week 1, again, Diego jumped out to an early lead, had a 3-game lead on me. I told him I was going to do the LeBron chase down block, pin the ball to the backboard, got it. Now I'm just inching every week. Bam, bam, more and more wins. I had 10 wins this week. I had 11 the 2 weeks before that. So just been putting them all together. And yeah, up 2 now. But hey, before we go any further, we have so much to announce and so many great things. We have our special guest, Desmond Clark. Des is back to join us this week. So he will be joining us shortly to actually give his picks along with us. So our week 8 picks this week are in conjunction with Mr. Desmond Clark, former tight end for the Chicago Bears. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss him. So we're really excited to pick with him this week. So we have 8 that we all agree on, 2 where Diego's on the island, 4 where I'm on an island, and then 1 where Des is on the island all by himself. So we're going to get to that shortly. But so many shout outs. First, let's talk about the causes that we're playing for, man. So throughout this regular season, at the end of this NFL regular season, between Diego and I, whoever has the most wins, 2,500 goes to their cause, 500 goes to the other. Who are you playing for, Diego?
So I'm playing for the Eat.Learn.Play Foundation by Steph and Ayesha Curry in Oakland.
All right, so that's who you are playing for. I am playing for the Jalen Rose Leadership Academy out of Detroit. where they are doing great things in the educational space with kids and building strong futures. So excited about them. Going to get the winning share to go to my cause. Also, big shout out here to Aunt Deanna. We're going to show her website on the bottom. We finally have, because of me, I've been the holdup, but I recently asked Deanna to make our Pick'em Pro chains, and she quickly, in quick order, made our chains. So now we have our Pick'em Pros official chains. So I'm so excited. This will be one of the only times you see us both wearing the chain. Okay, because to have the right to wear the chain, you have to win. So we're both wearing it this week because we're debuting it. I won the head-to-head this week, so I'm wearing the chain. Although Diego, okay, won the NBA Finals and won some things in the past where he would have.
I won the NBA Finals and the Super Bowl, and my team went farther in March Madness than yours did.
Okay, that may have happened.
Doing everything.
So you get to wear your chain. Get to wear your chain today for that. But we know, so get used to it because we probably won't see you wear the chain for a very, very, very long time. But you'll have it hanging in your room, so you get to look at it. How about that?
No, you're going to be looking at it. It's just going to be like all the way off to the side, all dusty because you're never going to be wearing it.
Dusty, nah. Never that. Well, man, we had an amazing extended weekend. So we got to watch the games as always, but we got to go to some games, and it was just an awesome weekend. You finished your football for the year, JV football. You're going to be trying out for basketball soon, but you had a 4-day weekend, man. Tell everybody about the Pick'em Pro sports field weekend that we had, man. What we do?
Yeah, well, first we went to Washington, D.C. We're there. We caught the Wizards, saw them play DeRozan and the Bulls. Last second, it went all the way down to the wire, all the way down to the last second shot that your guy DeRozan missed. So yeah, that was one day, and then 2 days after that on Sunday, we saw Lamar and the Ravens play against the Browns. And both Chubb and the Browns, and they ended up winning that one. They should have probably blew them out, but some things happened in the end. So yeah.
And that was our pick. So we got to see our pick in person. Got to witness our winning pick right there. You were rocking the Ravens gear and in full effect mode with the Ravens. So that was pretty cool. So they have some awesome fans. And oh, man, special treat. Just so happened to be the day where they were honoring the 2012 Super Bowl team. So we got to see Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, got to see him come out the tunnel, do his dance. Oh, that was so awesome. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go see the Ravens were because of those years. And I had no idea they were going to be there. So that was great to see them. So that just made it even more special. So that was an awesome weekend, man. Happy we got to enjoy that. Got to get on the harbor a little bit. And it was just fantastic. So definitely recommend going to a Ravens game. It's easy to get there. If you stay at one of the hotels right there downtown, it's an easy walk. It's easy to get to, and highly recommend that if you can get out there. All right. And please subscribe to our channel. If you have not, hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you know this show, Who You Got, comes out every week during the regular season for NFL. During the playoffs, we'll be picking the playoffs, March Madness, NBA playoffs. And now that the basketball season has started, we have episodes where we're just talking about, giving our predictions on top players and rankings and things like that. So we'll be posting consistently about the NBA now that the NBA has started as well. So tons of action from us. So check us out. Check out some of our old shows. You can see our banter back and forth. But hey, man, let's talk about this past week real quick before we bring Dez on and we make our week 8 picks. So you ready to talk about that?
I'm ready.
All right. So let's show for those of you that are watching now, we are on all the podcast platforms, but for those of you watching us on YouTube, we're pulling up the graphic that has our picks from last week. So I went 10-4. My overall record is 63-44. So that's where I'm at now. My signature win, I'd say, was the Seahawks over the Chargers. that was definitely one that was the upset. Happy about that one. I saw that one coming. And now I think other folks are starting to really see what Seahawks are doing and are picking them a little more. But that was my signature win from this past week. So I'm 63-44. Diego, you are now going to pull up your graphic. You are 61-46. So we're really close. I've got you by 2. You went 9-5 this week. What was your signature win from this week?
Yeah, I think my signature win was definitely the Chiefs. The Niners. You said they were gonna go to the Super Bowl, and everyone was saying that they have the best defense in the NFL. And
Yeah.
what does Mahomes do? They score 44 points on the best defense in the NFL. So it's like won pretty easily, which is just shocking. Like, oh my goodness. Like Mahomes is just amazing, and he's arguably the best QB in the NFL with Josh Allen. So I would say that's my signature win.
Yeah, Mahomes showed out. The Chiefs showed out. I'm looking wrong about my Chiefs demise here. They're looking good. Happy for Mahomes. Really like what he's doing, and yeah, he looked for real. He can definitely do it without Tyreek. He's hitting his weapons. He's doing it in a different way now, but is very effective in proving that he is definitely one of the top QBs in the league, if not the top QB. So definitely big props goes to him and the team. So they will go very far and one of the top 3 teams in the NFL right now for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Man, you said they weren't even going to make the playoffs, man.
Yeah, I didn't think they would. I didn't think they would because I think a lot of people thought that division was stacked, and it's not looking to be as strong as we thought they were going to be. And yeah, they are taking it. So I'm surprised that they are looking good. Still a lot of season left, but they are looking really good. So that's one that I'm looking shaky on that one for sure. So, but yeah, so we have a lot coming up here. Again, we've got Dez getting ready to join us. We're going to make our week 8 picks. So excited about that. Again, we have a lot of fun banter back and forth. So, hey, man, you ready to just go right into it? You ready to bring Dez on?
I'm ready. Let's bring him in.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go. Let's go ahead and bring Dez. I'm going to have you come over here and we're going to pipe Dez in. So let's do that right now. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, now we are at the main event. We have our main man, the Pick'em Pro favorite here, Mr. Desmond Clark, a.k.a. Dez. What's going on, my friend? How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing good. I'm doing really well, man. I appreciate you guys having me back on again.
Oh, man, it is a pleasure, man. We were so happy to have Dez on.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Yeah. And I heard that somebody's playing tight end now and a little bit of linebacker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's playing. So man, you have any tips for him? He is trying to run his routes. He's trying to run them crisp. He's seeing the ball into his hands and all that good stuff. You have any tips for this guy?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Like a scout told me, you can't get as good as you're gonna be all in one day, right? So every day, go out with one thing that you want to get better on. Everything else, you still want to practice those things, but have that one focus every single day. I want to get better on this one thing today while I'm working on my entire game, but this is my one focus. And you keep doing that every day. Like, you're not going to see it jump, but that incremental improvement, you're going to look back after a year or 2 years and be like, man, like I really improved my game because I was focused on those little micro improvements every single day.
Excited about that.
Yeah. You got to send some video.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, Des. Well, hey, thanks again. And hey, we're going to get into these picks. So we have 15 picks, 15 games this week. So we all agree on 8 games. So we agree on 8. All right. Then we have 2 games where Diego's on the island, right? Mm-hmm. Where you have a pick and Des and I agree. Then there's 4 games where I'm on the island. All right. And then we have 1 game we'll get to at the end where Des, you're on the island. So then we'll end with that. So those are the 15 that we're going to get into. I currently have a 2-game lead on this guy. I have no intentions on relinquishing that.
I was going to say, you said that with your chest puffed out a little bit.
Yes. That's right.
A long time to get
That's right. So you've been watching the show, and see, and he had a 3-game lead. He jumped out early. He had a 3-game lead, and I told him, I said, I'm not worried. I'm going to do the LeBron chase down block. I'm going to pin the ball against the backboard. That has been completed, and now I'm just maintaining.
Man, so long just get like a 1-game lead. Yeah.
It's still middle of the season, man. We got a long season to go.
Still a lot of time.
Yeah.
Still a lot of time.
That's right. We have a long way to go. All right. Well, let's get into these picks. So, Diego, my man, why don't you kick us off? So we're going to go through the 8 games that we agree on and kind of give our commentary as to why. So the first game that we all agree on is the Thursday night game. We have the Baltimore Ravens. Okay, you rocking the Ravens jersey.
Yeah,
we saw the Ravens in person this past weekend, so that was a lot of fun. They are traveling to face Brady's Bucks. Who do we have in this one, Diego?
Yeah, we got the Ravens winning. And it's really just because of the Bucks, because they're at home and everything. But they've lost to the Panthers and the Steelers the last 2 weeks.
Yes,
and it's like they've had their rosters, just they haven't been able to get it done. And I think the Ravens could easily be like 7-0 right now. They've lost some tough ones and won some big ones, so I think they can beat the Bucks.
Yeah. I pretty much co-sign. Anything for you to add on that, Des?
Yeah, man. So me being down in Florida, I get to see the Bucks all the time, and they don't look like the same football team. Tom Brady, he's going through his personal issues. There's a lot of injuries along that front line. That front line just hadn't played well, and they went from one of the best offenses in the league until I think they bottom 3rd now in the league, like 22nd, 23rd. So they're not playing really good football right now.
Yeah. I agree with that. So we're all in agreement with that one. So that's the first one. We all have the Ravens. The second out of 8 games that we all agree on, we have the mighty Chicago Bears, Dez's team here, traveling to Big D to play the Dallas Cowboys. Diego, who do we have in this one?
Yeah. Well, I know Dez played for the Bears, but he is not playing for them anymore. So I do not have them winning. I got the Cowboys winning because it's really just because the Bears. I think they have a good defense, but their offense just can't really score a lot of points. They did score a lot in I forgot
last week against the Patriots.
Yeah. Oh, the Patriots.
Yeah.
They played the Patriots. But but the Cowboys have a good offense, good defense. And I think they can stop the Bears.
Yeah.
I know people are going to be surprised. They really shouldn't be surprised. But I'm picking against my squad. I got pride on the line here, so I can't go at my heart. And right now, the Bears just not playing a good brand of football. They look really good Monday night, but just overall this year, not a good brand of football.
Yeah. I agree. So sorry, Uncle Dwayne. Man, we got to go against the Bears one more time. All right. So we all have the Cowboys on that one. So the third game that we all agree on, we have the Patriots, who have a little controversy at quarterback here, traveling to their division foe to play the New York Jets. Diego, who do we have in this one?
We got the Jets winning. They're on a hot streak right now, 5-2, unexpectedly 5-2, and I think they're better than people thought. And the Patriots have a quarterback controversy, so I think the Jets can get this one at home.
Yeah, and the Jets, they playing really good defense. They're managing the quarterback situation really well, and if they keep running the ball and playing good defense, and the quarterback don't turn the ball over, I think they'll win this game also.
Yeah, definitely in agreement there. And the Jets. So there's one question on this. So are the Jets for real?
I don't know. I think the other New York team is more real than the Jets, but I don't know. The quarterback will have to play better to say that they're for real for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I tell you, the Jets have bitten us a lot this year with our picks. So I think on our side, we got tired of getting it wrong. So we just started picking the Jets every week. So, all right. Well, we're gonna move on to the fourth game out of 8 that we agree on. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Philly, to play the undefeated Hot Eagles. Who do we have in this one? Picking an upset?
No. Not picking the upset. We're going with the Eagles. You know, they're the only undefeated team in the NFL. They're at home, and the Steelers lost last week to the Dolphins. So I think they can beat the Steelers.
Yeah, the Battle of Pennsylvania, right? But Big Ben Roethlisberger, he's not there anymore, so there's not much of a battle. Philadelphia is going to take this one easily.
Yeah. I think they definitely take it. Now, now I know they had a big trade, Philly, so they're continuing to stack onto their team. Are they the favorite to go to the Super Bowl? And maybe...
Yeah, they just took Robert Quinn away from Chicago, and I'm in Chicago today. I was driving to my friend's house, and I heard it on the radio, and I was like, oh, okay. It makes sense for both teams, though. So they're really trying to stack up to get this playoff run. And right now, I mean, you got to consider them one of the favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I can't wait for that showdown when they travel to Dallas and play the Cowboys. So that's going to be great. All right, because they also add to their defense as well. All right. Well, the fifth game that we all agree on, it's not going to be many more of this because then we're going to get to where we disagree. We're going to get to the real games here in a minute. But another one that we agree on, we have the Tennessee Titans traveling to Texas to play Houston. Who do we have in this one, man?
Well, we got the Titans winning.
All right.
Well, last week they did beat the Colts. And then the Texans are arguably the worst team in the NFL, some would say. So I think the Titans will win this pretty easily.
Yeah. Man, that hurts, Diego. It hurts when you say that the Titans are the worst team in the NFL. And it only hurts because my former coach, Lovie Smith, is the coach down there. Yeah, hopefully he could get them turned around, but it won't happen this game.
Yeah, I agree. That's right. He is there. And, you know, I was really impressed with how hard they were playing early, and they continue to. So they really are fighting for him, but they just don't seem to have the talent.
Right, and I think they're void of talent right now. And over the next couple of years, hopefully they get some weapons down there, and they can show that Lovie Smith is a really good coach.
That's right. Yeah. I agree with that. All right, the sixth game that we agree on, we have the New York Giants, the surprise Giants, traveling to Seattle to play the Seahawks. Man, have you finally come around? What's going on? Who we picking on this one?
Yeah, I'm finally picking the Seahawks this week. I like the Jets. They've messed my picks up a bunch the last couple of weeks. So I'm finally going with them. They're at home. They're playing the Giants. The Giants have had a lot of tough games this year, so I don't know how long it's going to last. So I'm picking Seattle to win.
See, now you got to go back and ask that same question that you asked from the last New York team. Is this Giants team for real? And they finally convinced me that they're for real. So it was hard for me to pick Seattle to win this game, but I had to go with Seattle because Geno Smith is playing lights out. They playing a tough division, and I don't really see this as an upset. I see this as two equally matched teams with Seattle pulling it out by a small margin. But I do believe that New York Giants are for real.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think this is going to be a close game. Definitely close game. But I'm shocked with what Seattle's doing this year. Thought they were going to be tanking and, the number one pick.
They're supposed to be the worst team, right?
Yes. I'm shocked. They're doing it. All right, the next game, the seventh game, we have the Green Bay Packers. The slumping Packers are traveling to Buffalo to play that juggernaut. Ooh, man, especially at home. Who do we have in this one, Diego?
Man, it's going to be a rough one for the Packers. I have the Bills winning. because the Packers they're on a losing streak right now, lost to the Jets and the Commanders, and the Bills. Lots say they're the best team in the NFL. I picked them to win the Super Bowl. And they're 11-point favorites, which was kind of shocking because the Packers are supposed to be pretty good this year, but they're at home, and I feel like they're gonna win.
Man, you know what? It gives me so much pleasure. I just feel so good to say that the Green Bay is going to get their tails kicked. I mean, when that just comes out, it just gives me this burst of like just happiness and just joy just to see that Green Bay is struggling so much, and they're going to continue to struggle this week because, like you said, Diego, they're going up against a juggernaut, and that juggernaut is going to knock their head off this week.
Yes. Yeah, they are unbelievable, especially at home. It's like they are just on a whole nother gear there. So, yeah, that game.
Bills Mafia.
Yes. I think that game is going to be ugly. So, speaking of that, so I'm sure you've been with the long career that you've played in Buffalo. Is that one of the, best environments for a football game?
Well, maybe now. When I was playing, there was no Bills Mafia. And the stadium wasn't as exciting as it is right now. I played in between those two eras of, where they're at now and then where they were in the early 90s. Yeah. They had a long period of about 15 to 20 years that they really didn't do much of anything, maybe 25 years. So when I played up there, it wasn't electric like it is now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I can see that. Okay. What would get off the subject for a minute? We get back to the pick since we're talking about atmospheres. If Diego and I were we were to pick one place to go watch a game, where would you recommend we go?
So it's so many new stadiums now. Going down to Dallas, that's a treat. That stadium is so wild. I haven't been to the SoCal Stadium. The Minnesota Vikings Stadium looks really good, but going to a Green Bay, Chicago game in Green Bay is really good. That's a great atmosphere to be in. Denver is always a great atmosphere to be in when they're playing against like Kansas City or somebody like that. That's a great atmosphere. Oh, and speaking of Kansas City, who are you talking about? A stadium that be rocking? Yeah. Kansas City is a stadium that man, you can't hear yourself. And then the loudest stadium that I ever played in outdoors wise is Seattle, man. When they're playing good, you're in the huddle and you have to read the lips of the quarterback because you can't hear anything when it gets so loud in there.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's a good list. It's a good list. Yes, we saw the Ravens this past week. So that was good. It was such a treat because they were honoring the 2012 Super Bowl team.
Yeah, Ed Reed and Lewis. Yeah, it was there.
Yes, I always wanted to see him come out the tunnel and do his dance, and I had no idea they were going to be there. And oh man, when he came out,
it erupted. I bet.
Yeah.
I bet it just blew the top off the building.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing. All right. So the last game that we agree on here, then we'll get to some disagreements. The last one we agree on, we have my Bengals, team that I picked to win the Super Bowl this year, are traveling to the Browns. And it seems like we all agree on this game, man. Who are we going with over this one?
We all have the Bengals winning. Even though it's at Cleveland, I mean Joe Burrow's on a hot streak right now. It seems to have like back-to-back 400-yard, 4-touchdown games. It's been crazy. And then for the Browns, it seems like Chubb's been carrying the whole season, and I don't know if he can't do that against an offense like the Bengals.
Yeah. So I got Joe Burrow on my fantasy team, and I'm glad I have him. He's been lighting it up. But Derrick, Derrick, I don't know why you picked him for the Super Bowl, because if you go and look at all the Super Bowl losers over the last 20 or so years, they don't do well after losing the Super Bowl. I know after we lost the Super Bowl in 2006, 2007 wasn't a great season.
Yeah, that's true. That has never happened. So I went against the stats and what history has shown, but I feel that there's something magical with Burrow. I like what they've done with the line. I'm so happy that it looks like it's finally coming together because it was looking shaky there for a minute. So hopefully they can keep that together and keep building, and they can be that outlier. So that's what that's
what you're hoping on.
That's what I'm hoping of. All right. So we got through the ones we agree on. Now we have 7 games left to pick before we get you out of here, Des. So we're going to go in 3 buckets here. We have the 2 where Diego's on the island, the 4 where I'm on the island, and the 1 where you're on the island. So Diego, you're on the island on these next 2. Let me get the camera. Hold on. Get the camera adjusted here, man. Get you fully in this picture. All right. So we have 2 games where you're on the island. This first one is your Carolina Panthers. So we're coming at you, Derrick and Diego, picking pros from North Cackalack. All right. They're traveling to Atlanta to play their division foe, the Falcons. So who's your pick for this particular game? Is it a team that's burned you all year, a team that you were high on, that you said was going to make the playoffs, and then you gave up on them, and now you're coming back? Or is it the Falcons? Who are you picking on this one, man?
Yeah, well, the team that I'm going to pick right now is a team that's had to overcome adversity. It's all year. They lost Baker from injury. They lost Sam Darnold from injury. They lost their 3rd string quarterback from injury. They traded their best player, McCaffrey. They traded Robbie Anderson. They got an interim head coach.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady was coming in, the best player of all time. And they smashed them by 18 points with their 4th string quarterback. So I have that team winning this game in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Yeah. I have the Panthers winning.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Wrong.
Right.
But I like the passion of that pick, though. I
love it.
But you know what? Passion don't win football games. and here's why I like Atlanta, because maybe they haven't won a whole lot, but it's a team that they know their true identity. They're going to run the ball. They're going to try to smash mouth it, and that's how they're going to try to win the game, by running the ball and good defense. I think Carolina was coming into this game, fresh, high off of, hey, we got a coaching switch. We want to go out here and show everybody that we're still trying to fight, but that's only going to last for so long. And I think next week we're going to see the true Carolina Panthers. And we're going to see, well, it's not like Atlanta is a juggernaut, but I think that's a team who know who they are, and a team who know who they are, I think will have a better chance to win this game.
Yeah. You hear that wisdom? Hear that wisdom, man? All right, so you're on the island for this one. So it's been so fun seeing you be on this emotional roller coaster all year. This is just going to be some more bumps on that roller coaster. So that's going to be so much fun to watch. So I can't wait to witness that with you. So the second game where you're on the island, the second one, we have and this has been so much fun to watch. I was shocked that you made this pick. So this is going to be so fun to watch. We have the Washington Commanders are traveling to the Colts that have broken your heart, the Colts that you picked to win the division, who obviously will not win the division. I just can't believe. Are you still picking the Colts, or was that a misprint? Did I read that wrong?
Okay, so it pains me whenever I have to pick the Colts every week, because I just don't want to do it. Because every single week they seem to do the opposite. If I pick them to win, they lose. If I pick them to lose, they win. So, but they do have a new starting quarterback. They benched Matt Ryan. They're bringing in Sam Ellinger. The guy, everyone knows him. No. And so and they're at home too, playing the Washington Commanders, and they're gonna win this time. Wow. They're not gonna let me down, and they're still winning the division.
Okay, you gonna take this one, Des?
Man, I believe in Riverboat Run Rivero down there in Washington. You know what? They played a hell of a game last week with their backup quarterback, and with what's going on in in Indianapolis right now, the change of the quarterback, and them trying to again find an identity. I'm gonna go with the team that has their identity. I believe that Indianapolis Colts, they lost their identity because they don't have that super strong running game anymore, like they had over the past couple of years. So they're still trying to figure it out. Washington, they don't have it all figured out, but I think they are a more stable team right now, and that more stable team will come out with this victory.
Yeah, I agree. I love Heineke. I like him. I felt they should have. He had a strong showing last year. I feel that Commanders are starting to round into form. I love Riverboat Ron, and then the Colts have been just shaky all year. So you are going to be down again, and I'm going to get another victory here. Some more going to my cause. So those are the two where you are on an island. All right, so now we're going to shift. We're going to get to the 4 where I'm on an island here. So, and then
you're going to be on the island for a long time.
Ooh, yeah, and some of these are controversial. I got 4 of them here. So the first one, we have the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Minnesota to play the team that's only lost 1 game and have their division. They're looking really good to win the division. I picked the Vikings to win the division. They travel to play the Minnesota Vikings, and I am picking the Arizona Cardinals in the upset. They are getting it together. They have D-Hop back, snatching everything. That is making Kyler a much better quarterback. And also, they're about to start filming in-season Hard Knocks. So they're going to start to really put this thing together. And, they're going to go in there and shock them and get the victory. And I'm going to have another tick mark ahead of both you guys.
Hey, Diego, if you got a test in front of you, right? And it's people in the class making a lot of noise, and they telling jokes. You get distracted, right?
Yes.
You're not going to do your best on that test because you can't focus. That's the same thing that's going to happen with this whole film crew and everybody being out there now. All these distractions going on, and then Derrick, you already said it. Minnesota is one of the top teams in the league. You already picked them to win the division, so I don't know why you're going against your own pick. I think you kind of conflicted here.
I did. Well, they have such a cushion because everybody else in the division just falls apart. So they have one to give away. I think this is one that they're going to give back, but they'll still be in great shape to win the division.
Okay, man. So, all right, man. So, man, the Vikings, they're second in the NFC. They only lost 1 game, and they're at home.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals, did you see Kyler absolutely yelling at his coach?
Yeah.
D-Hop is back from a 6-game suspension.
Yeah.
And Hard Knocks is coming.
Yep.
That's 3 major distractions.
Now, the Vikings, again, they won these games, but a lot of these wins have been shaky. So it's not like they're blowing people out. They're looking shaky, and one of this is going to be a tight game that they're going to end up losing at the end.
I think we need to ask the question: Did he get his 4 hours of film study in this week?
That's right. That's what we've been saying. That's right. He studied. He definitely studied for this one. He definitely studied. He's ready. I think he exceeded. I think he actually put 5 or 6 hours in this week. So he's going to be straight. All right. So we're going to go to the next one where I'm on the island, and I'm really going to be on the island for this one. So our super fan Henry, this one's for you. This is to prove that I am not a jinx to your mighty Saints. Okay. We have the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to New Orleans to play the Saints. I am taking the Saints. So they have been competitive in all their games. They are playing hard. The Raiders have been up and down. They definitely have been disappointing so far. The Saints are going to ride that home crowd. I know that's a tough place to play, and they are going to pull off the upset and get this win, and the jinx is going to be over, and Henry's going to be back on my side. What y'all think about that?
Tell him why he's wrong, Diego.
All right, man. So sorry, Henry. Look, he is your jinx. So it looks like you're losing this week. So the Raiders, they got Adams, right? They got Adams. They got Hollins. You heard of Hollins? He been getting touchdown passes everything. Yeah, Hollins. Hollins, that's my guy Hollins. They got Renfro. They got the tight end Waller. Yeah. Did you see Jacobs last week? He had over 100 yards and multiple touchdowns.
Is Waller back yet? He's been hurt.
He might be back. I don't know that for a fact. He's going to be back this week.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, man. And they beat the Texans last week.
Wow. Woo, yeah, that's something. You know what? I might have to change my pick just because of that.
Hey, I like this loss. I like this Las Vegas team. They playing in a tough division. They had some tough losses early, but I think they're a talented team, and it's just a matter of time before they start clicking.
All right. So that's it. So you guys have Raiders. I have the Saints in that one. All right, we have two more that I'm on an island for. Ooh, I'm gonna really enjoy this next one for many reasons, which you're gonna catch on to here in a second, Des. So we have the San Francisco 49ers are traveling to LA to play the Rams.
You got
and I'm picking my guys, the Los Angeles Rams, to take this win, man. And I will get to go against you because he has been a homer. He picked the Rams in the Super Bowl. He got me on that one. He's gotten me several times with the Rams. So I'm so happy here where now I can flip it and I've got the Rams and you are going to lose. I can't believe you didn't pick your Rams because you picked them every other time and you really wanted to pick them to win the Super Bowl, but you just, I don't know, you bailed out on that. So I've got the Rams and that's it. I know the 49ers are looking shaky. They still need a little more time to get McCaffrey mixed in. And I think this is a must win for the Rams. I think the Rams have to win this game. I think they're going to be more desperate and get this one.
Yeah, I think both of these teams, we expect it to be a little bit better than where they're at right now. This was a hard one for me to pick, and really I could have just flipped a coin, and if it would have landed on either side, I would have been all right with picking either one of these teams, but it landed on the side of the San Francisco 49ers, so I'll go with them.
All right.
All right, man. So I love the Rams.
Yeah,
they were the team I picked to go to the Super Bowl this year. I told you they were going to win the Super Bowl last year. I got that right. But in the regular season, the Niners always beat them. They beat them last year. They swept them last year, and I think even the year before that. So they dominate the Rams in the regular season. And this is a regular season game. Am I correct?
It is, but it is.
Yes, it is. It's a regular season. Yes, it's a regular season game. Okay.
Kinda.
Thanks for answering my question.
Kind of.
So the Niners are going to beat them. McCaffrey is going to be back. One of the best running backs in the league.
Okay.
Well, no, for the Panthers he was. I don't know if it'll be the same for the Niners. Yeah. So
Panthers. He's going to be even better for the Niners.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah. The Niners are winning.
All right. We're gonna see. This is gonna be a let's see. This is where I just pull away by having all these games where it's just me. I can just see the Randy Moss separation that I'm making on this one. So this is great. Oh, this is fantastic. All right. And we have one more where I'm on the island, and then we're gonna get to the one with Dez. All right, to finish it off here. But the last one that I'm on the island for, I love this one. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars are traveling to Denver. Okay. The fan base that I have so much respect for that I've mentioned on our last post because they were so gangster when they walked out of the stadium as the game was going into overtime because they were so upset with how the team was playing. They didn't even want to sit and watch the rest of that. But I have Russell Wilson is back. He's healthy.
Is he?
He's healthy. He's gonna chant "Go Hawks" and "Let's ride." Let's ride and all the other phrases that he's been saying. And he's going to motivate these guys and they are going to get the win at home and try to win these fans back. This is one that they have to get. I'm riding with the Broncos on this one. What y'all think about that?
Only thing Russ going to be cooking up this week is a bunch of L's. A bunch of L's. That's about it. Man, that Denver may be the most disappointing team in the league right now. Not just because of their record, but just how they have played in those losses. And I don't see them recovering from that, from this bad start. It seems like they have some dysfunction at the top with the head coach, And this team is just not a good team. And it's not that Jacksonville is lighting it up, but I think Jacksonville has been playing better this year, even though the record may not indicate it. So I'm gonna go with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I like Trevor Lawrence too. He just can't turn over the ball and let that defense play the defense that they play and put that offense in position to score.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think about it?
The game is actually in London. So they don't.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, so they don't get to play in front of those loyal fans.
9:30 Eastern game. That's right. That's right.
Nice call, Diego. I mean, somebody got to educate this man on what's going on.
That's right.
They
are in London.
And then I know
that might actually be better for us.
But I know the Jags are on a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
The Broncos, they have their receivers, that stacked receiving core there. They got Russell Wilson. With or without Russell Wilson. Mm-hmm. Russell Wilson is done. The Broncos are done. They're all done. Even the backup quarterback's done. They're all done. Doesn't matter who starts at quarterback.
And this London game is a home game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think they actually started playing over there because they wanted to move Jacksonville to London.
Yeah.
So this is really like a home game for Jacksonville.
You're right. No, you're right about that. Well, I'm riding on the defense here. Broncos D has been playing lights out. What about
you gotta throw the ball.
He's gonna do enough. He's gonna do enough. This is good. Now he might revert back. He may revert back after this, but he's gonna cook one last time. He's gonna earn all $250 million in this game. So this is where he gets it right here. That's where he's gonna get it. Yeah. All right. And then the last one. Oh boy, we have the Miami Dolphins are traveling to Detroit, where we've got fam. Shout out to all our fam, Uncle Deanna, my mom, Granny, all family in the Big D. Dez is probably going to be y'all's favorite Pick'em Pro going forward because he is on the island here, and I believe he's going with the home team. Dez.
I'm going with the home team, and for all the fam up there in Detroit, y'all could disown Derrick and Diego here. Don't be. I mean, I think y'all should because they ain't picking the home team here. But I like this. I like this Detroit team. Like they played hard. They've been in games. They have a high power offense, and I think is in due time. I think they're starting to change that culture a little bit by a little bit. And although they haven't won, I think they just play a better brand of football this year. And it's just a matter of time before they start stacking up a few wins. And on the other hand, with Miami, they started off really, really hot, right? And then quarterback goes down. You got some injuries. The second string quarterback goes down. And now the second half of this short season for them hadn't been looking too good. So I see a team that's maybe on the decline a little bit. And I see a team that's they're not on the incline, but they've been playing really, really competitive football. And I think that this offense is going to outscore that Detroit offense is going to outscore the Miami offense and probably a 30. Both teams that have 30+ points.
Ooh, all right. Well, you made some good points because at first when I saw this, because Diego and I kind of have a saying when on certain picks, you were speaking of tests before. When some people make certain picks, we try to figure out if we need to bring out a test to see if you need to be drug tested. But you made some very, very valid points. So we're gonna withhold that. We're not gonna subject you to that just yet. We understand your logic on this, and although we disagree, we understand where you're coming from with this one. So and you've won over our family with this as well.
Yeah, see, I'm going for a couple different angles here. So, if I can't win over the Thompson household there, I'll win over the rest of the family in Detroit.
That's right. Oh, man. Well, We are thrilled to have you, Des, man. Thank you so much for your time. And yeah, we're playing for great causes. So again, big shout out to Deanna out of Detroit. We have our Pick'em Pros chains. So again, winner each week will be able to rock these. Des, man, thank you for your time. Thanks for coming on. And hey, man, we're gonna see how these picks go. We'll see, if you can rock one of these, because these are highly coveted.
You might as well go ahead and get the UPS already stamped and sealed, because I need you to stuff that in there and overnight it to me on Monday. I could be winning on Tuesday. And I want to take my picture with the Pick'em Pro chain, because it's only a matter of time for, I'm winning more games than you are.
That's right. Well, no, it's a pleasure. Hey, well, on that note, everybody enjoy sports, enjoy the games. Tune in next week to see where we're right, where we're wrong, and where we're stacking. Until then, we'll catch y'all next time. Pick'em Pros. We are out.
Tavares Jordan.